Chinese bomber fighter jet coming soon. The Chinese aerospace industry's growth is quite alarming. This is because of their advanced technology in manufacturing war weapons, like their new stealth aircraft that is so unique. This has put China in a new club of the three countries with advanced aircraft technology. How does the Chinese bomber fighter jet that is coming soon look like? Will it dare Russia and USA? Join me today in this video as we answer these questions. Let's go. Chinese stealth aircraft. Indeed, China has more advanced aircraft as compared to the world's superpowers, Russia and USA. The Chinese stealth aircraft is unique because of its outstanding features. It's undetectable because of the various characteristics, such as the presence of radar devices. The radar devices send radio energy signals. This is because the jet is made of a metal that helps the signals to bounce off and then back to the radar. The radar is able to measure the reflection rate and then understand where the object is. Presence of sharp edges that help the radio signals to bounce off. Chinese bomber fighter jet. The Xi'an H-20, the designing started way back in 2010. It is expected to be out soon. It will have a range of 4,000 to 5,000 miles. It will be able to have a 200 tons maximum takeoff weight. The Chinese hope that it will be able to outdo its strong competitors in the market. In terms of its design, it looks more like an American B-2 Spirit bomber, which is the most advanced bomber globally as of now. However, the H-20 will be more advanced because of its unique features. The most advantageous is the ECN package. It can send out electronic signals that are capable of destroying radar systems. It has a mobile data processing center that will interpret information to and from other Chinese military centers. It will also have hypersonic stealth cruise missiles equipped with it. It has a weapon bay, frontal airborne radar, and a flying wing design. All these will help the H-20 to work properly as expected. Both sides of the bomber jet have stealth air intakes and a gray radar absorbent fitted. It will also deliver air-to-surface missiles. It will also provide position-guided bombs and nuclear weapons to attack the enemy. The PLA Air Force is responsible for China's first atomic testing. The H-20 is not China's first bomber jet to be on board. It has had many varieties of bomber jets before. This includes the H-6, which is an old design. However, it has modern engines that can work better if need be. H-6N is another version. It has the capability of carrying nuclear-tipped and air-launched ballistic missiles. The purpose of the air-launched cruise missiles is to perform a standoff strike mission. However, this mission is only possible through aerial fueling. Failure of aerial fueling standoff strike missions will not be accomplished as expected. While the US B-2 and the Russian Tu-95 can work without aerial fueling and accomplish intercontinental range standoff strikes. America's B-2 has been a champion in the field for a long. But then it has its own disadvantages as well. Its wing design is a barrier to detecting radar bands. It took its first flight in 1989 and then started its operation services in 1997. This is why the H-6N is compared as inferior. This is because China is experiencing a shortage of air and naval capabilities that can support the H-6N striking role. The shortage experienced by the Chinese is the one exposing the H-6N to harm by the Japanese and US. Lack of maritime by the Chinese to support long-range bombers in air defense. Commissioning of the 055 cruisers could have changed the situation. The 055 cruisers have long-range surface air missiles and long-range air defense radars. Delayed mastering of the stealth technology by the Chinese is a barrier for them to sponsor long-range bomber flights. This is because the US is still the leading in the field. The H-20 is designed to perform nuclear missions, a reason that will make it more noticeable to its customers. Since the US has no defense against stealth aircraft, is a sign that defeat by China is at their door if the H-20 is launched soon. The H-20 bomber is set to replace the H-6N jet. It is fitted with nuclear-tipped, air-launched cruise missiles. It is also set to perform China aerial shows. The H-20 will improve China's air power capabilities. This is after China threatens US targets exceeding the first and second island chains. Apart from the H-20, the Chinese have another project they are working, and that is the C919 aircraft. However, the H-20 is expected to be flying at hypersonic speeds. It will also help China to improve its strike rates when China announced of bringing the H-20 on board. They received many recommendations about how helpful it will be. We hope that the Chinese will launch the H-20 sooner than expected. Since China has disciplined and hardworking people, they will for sure accomplish this. China has a strong military team, and being that is the case, they will work hard to make sure they have got an equipped backup system, and that is the H-20. The availability of cruise missiles in the H-20 will help in closing the gap between it and that of America's B-2. The US has support from South Korea, Japan, and may support long-range air defense missiles, including Patriots, which are a threat to China's H-6N bomber. China has been conducting long-range overflights over the Pacific. These overflights aim to improve China's capability and threaten US targets beyond the islands. Benefits of the Chinese bomber overflights. The Chinese overflights have benefits for the involved pilots. The pilots are offered training opportunities. They are also offered protection in case they are involved in a conflict with the US. The H-20 flights give out the strategies that can be used to defeat the US in its operations. The H-20 flights are offering economic benefits for China's growth. We all know any determined industry will do anything in its power to achieve the best, and for China to come up with the H-20, they are up to something. The uniqueness of the H-20 will attract more customers to buy from China. The H-20 is set to feature in bomber overflights that are scheduled to take place around Taiwan's air defense identification zone. This will work in favor of the Chinese to make the Taiwan people to have an interest in their commodities. The H-20 will contribute to China being called a strategic air force. China's strategic intercontinental striking capability makes it to stand out from that of the US and Russia. When the H-20 officially takes its first flight, it will be a great achievement for the Chinese aerospace industry. The performance of the H-20 bomber jet is better than of the J-15 and J-35. The new H-20 is likely to be considered more serious globally because of its ability to go beyond the island chains. If the H-20 succeeds in its mission, China will be a country on its level. Even if China has strongholds in other business fields, another big win is expected from the Chinese bomber jet. China has more talented and hardworking personalities. They are still looking forward to officially launch this stealth aircraft into operations. Once its operations start and are confirmed to be stable, they will receive more customers from those who will need to back up their military capabilities. This will be a big threat to the US and Russia. They will lose their customers whom they have served for a long period of time to China. However, they will still need time to consider on how important and convenient the new bomber is, for them to decide whether they will shift from being US and Russia customers. How stealthy is this new Chinese bomber? Looking at the efforts the Chinese are making in terms of bomber jet development is quite admirable. However, their effort has not yet matched that of America. China has its latest stealth jet, and that is the J-20. It does not meet the unique features of the current stealth bomber jet. China is hoping that the new bomber they on board will cater for all their need, which they have been wishing to cover up. The uniqueness it has, from its wing design to the gray radar absorbent material, gives us a clear indication of what it is capable of doing. Undoubtedly, China is going to accomplish its mission of developing the new bomber jet soon. This could be a turning point for China to defeat the US and Russia stealth aircraft. Failure to do so, China will be disappointed and still will remain behind as Russia and US shine in the weapon industry. Thank you for watching this video. Like and share to get instant news about the Chinese bomber fighter jet that is coming soon.